Of all the Persian national festivals, the New Year celebrations are at once the most important and the most colorful. This festival embodies a wealth of ancient rites and customs and is about the only one in Persia, which is not confined to the traditions of only one religious group. It symbolizes the continuity of the ancient Persian culture, which has survived so many adversities and vicissitudes. In harmony with the rebirth of nature, Naw-Ruz always begins on the first day of spring, marked by the vernal equinox or tahvil. On that day, which may occur on March 20th, 21st, or 22nd, the sun crosses the celestial equator. As far as records go, Naw-Ruz has been, either in fact or by intention, a celebration of early spring, when the sun begins to regain strength and overcome the winter's cold and darkness, and when there is a renewal of growth and vigor in nature. Zoroaster's people were demonstrably animatist, that is, they apprehended a cognitive spirit, minute in all things tangible or intangible. So for them, this return of spring would have been represented an annual victory for the spirit of the sun, and Zoroaster saw it in it also. It appears the symbol of a still more glorious victory to come. This was the special hope which he offered to his followers, that presents the struggle between good and evil on all planes, physical, moral, and spiritual, will end in total victory for the good.
Haft seen. The spread typically features 7 elements beginning with the letter Se or S, as well as other elements that do not necessarily begin with the same letter. Each element has unique symbolic significance, which we briefly explain below. 1. Sirke, vinegar, symbolizes patience and immorality. 2. Somaq is a symbol of love and companion. 3. Sib, apple, is said to represent health and fertility. 4. Senjet, silver berry, is seen as simulator of love and affection. 5. Sabze, sprouts, symbolizes rebirth. The greens might have sprouted from wheat, lentils, barley or mung beans, and more recently, citrus seeds. 6. Sir, garlic, was traditionally thought to avert evil, giving the pungent smell it diffuses. We couldn't entirely reject that theory. It is a symbol of protection in the face of affliction. 7. Samanu is a notorious pudding which comes in only one color, brown. To make samanu, wheat sprouts are transformed into a sweet and creamy delight. The 7th scene represents affluence.
Also existing in the Bahar calendar system is a 19-year cycle called Vahid, and a 361-year 19 by 19 super cycle called Kolishe, literally all things. Each of the 19 years in a Vahid has been given a name. The 9th Vahid of the first Swhc started on 21st of March, 1996, and the 10th Swhc will begin in 2015. The second Swhc will begin in 2205.
This sacred day, when the sun illumines equally the whole earth, is called the equinox, and the equinox is the symbol of the manifestation of God. The sun of truth rises on the horizon of the divine mercy, and it sends forth its rays. This day is consecrated to commemorate it. It is the beginning of spring. When the sun appears at the equinox, it causes a movement in all living things. The mineral world is set in motion. Plants begin to shoot. The desert is changed into a prairie. Trees bud, and every living thing responds, including the bodies of animals and men. The rising of the sun at the equinox is the symbol of life, and likewise is the symbol of the divine manifestations of God. For the rising of the sun of truth in the heaven of divine bounty established the signal of life for the world. The human reality begins to live, our thoughts are transformed, and our intelligence is quickened. The sun of truth bestows eternal life, just as the solar sun is the cause of the terrestrial life. Abdul Baha.
On behalf of Southwest Harris County Baha'i Community and the Junior Youth Group, we would like to wish everyone a happy Naw-Ruz, full of love, joy, and unity to all the members of the community.